Welcome to the YouTube channel of me, Uglywretch. Like, comment, and subscribe. Or else.
For some reason I decided it was Insect Week, so we're going knockoff for a change, because I haven't had a lot of knockoffs recently, and we're going knockoff. Does anyone remember me getting this? I bought this from Temu. It's a nice little die-cast beetle dude. Was that a Hercules beetle? Quackata, or whatever they want to call them. I don't know, Kabuto. I've seen some of the Kamen Rider Kabuto. I quite liked it. Couldn't find the rest subtitled. Shame. But he's a nice enough looking thing. I quite like the metallic blue. He's very pretty. But this is a combining set, and I couldn't get the rest from Temu because I was a moron and it was part of a free gift, which I messed up. So I went to AliExpress. Okay. So we've looked at this one. Let's look into this one. This is a spider. It's a spider. It's going to nibble you. It's going to climb down your bedroom wall and lay its eggs in your ears. Anyway, very nice. Kind of a translucent blue legs. Quite pretty. Kind of vaguely pretend Spider-Man symbol on the top. It's quite nice. It's legitimately quite a nice thing. I thought it was like a ladybird to start with until I counted the legs because I'm stupid. We have a praying mantis. Oh, on a ball joint. Little. Do they only have 4 legs? And it's got wings apparently. Do praying mantis fly? I don't think I've ever heard of a flying mantis fly. A praying mantis fly, not flying mantis. Wow, I'm a moron. Oh, kill me now. And it's got a very unfortunate robot head right there in its neck. But we'll pretend we can't see that. Yeah, it's quite pretty. Interesting. And a scorpion, which for some reason reminds me of Zoids. It's a shame there's not a giant cannon built into its tail, which is too short, can't really do anything. It's got these little pincers, which you can't really do anything because they're underneath the legs. But it looks very stylish. Looks very pretty. You know, and again, they're all die-cast, so at least these shiny metallic bits. So, yeah, they're quite hefty. Size comparison, there is 86 Blur, so they're kind of core class-ish. Now, you might recognise these a little bit, because they're kind of Armoured Alloy Beast-ish. Although, for some reason, they are not even slightly interchangeable with those. But we'll start off with this one. It does a robot mode. If we flip it up, you can see the robot mode. You flip this back, you wiggle the arms out, which are attached to the front legs. Then you rotate the back piece all the way through. And if you push these back too far, they then go, so they're not flat with the back, so you can't really do much with these legs. Separate. There it is, and you know what? Face is a bit generic, but I actually really like it. I like the more generic looking dudes. You know, not everyone has to be a main character. It's ball joint, over 90-degree knee bend with transformation. He's alright. Get the spider. Transforms exactly the same way. So flip the arm out, and rotate the spider legs. And these actually can fold back because they rotate up a little bit. Split the legs. And he looks like that. And again, head's a bit generic. Got these weird spider fangs on the collar, but there's nothing G1 hasn't already done before. And he looks quite nice. These actually, for the most part, look like really nice robots. And in that vein, I'm going to skip the praying mantis for a minute. Let's do the scorpion. We're turning around. Oh, look, it's the scorpion. We're going to wiggle his claws forward, fold the legs back a bit, flip this over the front, which for some reason hasn't tabbed into each other, but whatever. And there he is. This you can just sort of fold back, whatever. It is on a ball joint, so you can turn it around if you want, but you don't have to. And he looks really nice. However, if I remember rightly, he's a little bit back heavy due to the scorpion tail and stuff, so I might have to put his arms forward or something, see if that would counterbalance. Yeah. Bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Praying mantis. Yeah. So you rotate the thing forward. And then we'll fold the head back. And this is where things get weird, because I've seen people do reviews and pictures where if you get this back piece, see this whole translucent with the wings attached, some people have been rotating them to there, going, those are his feet. Look, there you go. That's his feet. Wow, isn't that a great robot? But actually, officially, you're supposed to do that. And he has the longest legs in the world. But it makes him roughly the same height as everyone else. And the face is quite nice. Bit boring for the body he's got. And he has super long legs, which don't separate. Oh, do they separate? They've got a ball joint there. Hang on. Hang a trout. They do separate. Wow! I did not know that. So yeah, he's got giant legs. He's a kickboxing master. Kick you from across the world. Yeah. Didn't know he did that. That's really stupid. Brilliant. Right, can you stand now? Please stand. All the weight's in your feet. It's not the front of your feet, but it is in your feet. Can you stand? Please stand. Yeah. Size comparison. Speedier Blur. And because I've just reviewed him, Venom. Or Venom, as it should be. So they're like big core classy dudes. Okay? But they combine in two different ways. We'll do the tricky one first, which is these two. Right. So if we get this guy and we basically return him to praying mantis form, and I did not know those legs separated. That's so much better than just having that giant lump. Right. Basically return him to praying mantis form. Fold that underneath, fold that up, put the head up. Praying mantis. Awesome. We get the scorpion. And what we do with the scorpion dude is we fold him like this and drop the claws down. And we leave him like that. And we can try and use the tail as like a leg or something. I might have to ball joint it round like that. You might think, that's really stupid, why are you doing that? Well, if you look underneath here, there are these two pegs. If you look in his belly, if you can just about see it, there are those two holes. Yeah. So you drop that into there. Come on. And that is a combined robot. And it's only standing because of the tail. That's really stupid. Do you want to get worse? So we're going to get this dude. And we're going to bend him backwards like that. And you might think, okay, so has this one got two pegs somewhere? He hasn't got two pegs. In fact, if you're eagle-eyed, you can see where this is going. We're going to get the things. We're going to get them like this. And we're just going to try and fold them up a bit more discreetly on the back. A bit more like that. And if you look underneath there, and where does that go, I wonder? So this dude might actually be a girl. So we're going to line this up, and we're going to quote Thew, which I don't do lightly, we're going to get the component into the combiner vagina, and yeah, those are separated. Whatever, you get the idea. That's fine, no problem. Yeah, that's the combine mode. Look at his little arms, and that's unfortunate. You know what makes it worse? You can combine all four. All four can combine. I'm going to put these legs back as a bit of stability. All four combine. Just about. So we're going to get this, and we're going to separate it. I don't like these little translucent pegs going into holes, but whatever. Not for rudeness, just plastic quality. So we're going to get this, and we're going to fold him basically back into the scorpion mode. And if you look in the legs, there are little holes. If you haven't noticed by now, these arms have got giant pegs sticking out of them. Now, I think this one has only got it on one side. Yeah, little hole there. So I think you have to kind of line that up and plug it onto that arm. and now it's horribly one-sided. And this has got holes on both legs, so I think you get a bit more of a choice. So we'll do it this way. I'm not sure which way you're supposed to do it, but we'll do it this way. And you can line it up, and you can peg that, really, there. There you go. You can plug that into the arm. And if you want, you can lean the mantis a bit further forward for a bit more reach. And that is their combined form. No, you can't really do much with it. Yes, it's absolutely ludicrous. But you could do more with it. You've got a scorpion arm and a praying mantis arm. That's pretty metal. Rah, I'm gonna grab you. I mean, it's stupid. I know it's stupid. You know it's stupid. We all know it's stupid, but it doesn't mean it isn't funny. So as comparison what's all together, yes, I am putting my finger trying to hold it up straight because it's heavy on translucent ball joints, okay? There's the Speedia Blur again. So it's not a deluxe. The weight of it's easily a deluxe, but that's diecast. And where's he gone? There's Venom back in. So, Venom, can you join your team? Oh, alright then. We'll take that as a no, Venom. Okay. So these are, I think these are called something like the BKK or BBK or something like that. Please don't let that be an American serial killer. It's not, that's BTK, I think, but still. They're weird, they're wacky, they're stupid. Are they worth it? Probably not. Am I glad I've got them? Yeah. Yeah, they're really stupid and they're really funny. So what's not to love? And on that note, I'm going to Scarper and I'm going to knock this over because it's like, look at the reach on the guy. So, I should be ugly, I should be wretched. I shall see all of you in the next one. Toodle-oo.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all come back now, you hear?